So basically it's, yeah, don't be mistaken, there's no Photoshop in this one. There appears to be a face, partial face. You can see clearly the eye, left eye, right eye, looks kind of, maybe somebody punched him or something. The nose, the forehead, you can clearly see the face that appears inside the storm. This is the latest as of September 1st, 2015, and we're just zooming out of that face right now just to see it. Let's move the mouse to get a clearer picture of this face, and it looks like it's maybe it's ISIS, but you know, it looks like the bottom half of the face is covered with some sort of veil. Again, there's no Photoshop. This is a raw image from NASA satellite data, and I'm not making this up because you can see it right here, the date as well as the source. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. This is the latest geoengineered storm that's about to brush Hawaii. Hopefully it's not going to go direct. We just had one, and I'm going to zoom out. It's actually happening right now. There's another hurricane, and these are kind of major. These are not something to mess with, because if you look at the scale of things, these are really big storms, because we have here what you see is Big Island in this bottom corner, or this bottom half. So Big Island is at least like around actually 100 miles across, okay? And this is Hawaii, the rest of Hawaii, Oahu. Because you can barely see Oahu. And then, so Big Island is around almost 100 miles across or so. And this storm, look, actually this one already died out a little bit. It's dying down, as you can see. But the one behind it, right behind it too, this is really rare. And they're totally spraying chemtrails into it, by the way. And you can see one right here. Here's a clear one, huge one too. And I'm gonna zoom in. Remember, this is the scale of things. We're dealing with hundreds of miles, and you can totally see the classical chemtrail traits, which is straight or nearly straight lines. Okay, going for it can go for really long distances, like hundreds of miles. To get the scale of things, we can look here at the legend of scale. I'm gonna put my thumb up against it because my thumb is just about 50 miles wide, okay, as a reference. And you can see that this chemtrail that they're spraying right into the storm, a little bit of help from HAARP, HAARP, they are, okay, they are modifying it, and you can see the ripple effect from over here. You can see the ripple effect from the frequency. Okay, frequency. We're dealing with frequencies. Okay, so my thumb, remember, is 50 miles. So we're going to the beginning of this, which looks like there's two that actually start. There's one here, and then that's the main one, and possibly it starts even over here. But we'll just go here. 50, 100, 150, 200, these are miles, 200 miles, 250, 300, 350, here we go, 400, 450, so this is like almost 500 miles, almost, you know, that's a really large distance. And what you see is nearly straight line, and the other classical characteristic of a chemtrail, these are not contrails. Contrails don't persist in the environment for so long anyways, so it spreads on from the sides, from the what you have as a main stem, and then it just spreads like this. Okay, that's pretty much the other classical chemtrail signature. Okay, and let's zoom out just to see where this 500-mile long chemtrail is going, and it's going right into the hurricane. You can see it, it's right here. It's about 500 miles right here. It's going right into the main hand of the hurricane, getting sucked in right into it right there. Okay, And that's the one that's actually the smaller hurricane right above. It's actually passing us right now as of September 1. And then the one behind it, oh, you can see the eye of the storm. That's the one with the face. That's the one that's crazy. And I hope it doesn't hit us. I hope these geoengineers will spare the suffering and destruction. But knowing certain things, it's not guaranteed. So we only have ourselves to rely on with the help of God always. And you can clearly see, I'm zooming in into the eye of the storm, and you can see the face that appears inside of it. And again, this is not Photoshop, this is real. And what is the meaning of it? That's a good question. But this storm is huge. Okay. So in this case, my thumb is 200 miles. Let's measure this thing. So we'll start from the edge of it, just about maybe here, the outer edge. So 200, about 400, okay, 600. So it's about 700 miles if we measure this distance. Yeah, it's pretty big, it's huge. And it might be even wider if we measure it the other way around. But it's pretty crazy. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more updates. By the way, here's another chemtrail. You can clearly see it. This little spindle, this little thing that just completely goes against the way this form is actually forming. As you can see, it's crisscrossing the lines. Yeah, so something to watch for. Check out a great website called organichawaii.org. Thanks for watching. Mahalo.